So yoga is the philosophy, one of philosophy. There are 6 philosophies in India. See, you are from South Korea, right? And in South Korea, Buddhism is very popular. People follow Buddha's teachings and Buddha's path to realization, right? But Buddha was also a yogi. He was an enlightened master. Because so far we have trained many South Korean ladies, and they were sharing their, cultures and their things of South Korea, and they were telling me that Buddha is believed not simply as a yogi, but someone who is adorable, who is enlightened master, and who is worshipped. So he's not only a yogi, but he is a god also. God, not in Indian sense, but like a master, right? So in Buddhism, Buddha is believed as a master who shows the path to enlightenment, right? And this is very right approach to yoga. So when Buddha left his home and he went to the first master, he was a yogi, and he learned meditation from him, right? And his name was Alara Kalama. Alara Kalama was the first master of him. Then he learned for some days something higher than that. Although the goal of yoga is the same, which is the goal of spiritual practices, and that is called enlightenment. Buddha got enlightenment, but the Pali term in enlightenment is called Bodhi, B-O-D-H-I. Bodhi means enlightenment. So he aspired that Bodhi, and then when he attained that Bodhi, he was assured that now I have reached the goal of meditation or whatever. He was not doing meditation. He was doing austerity. In the beginning, he learned some meditation techniques, pranayama, breathings, and other things. But he also was taught that austerity means tapas, is the path of self-modification, is a way to realize. He did that for 6 years, but he did not get enlightenment. So he stopped doing tapas and he started eating food, right? And the same night he got enlightenment. When he ate the food, he got energy in his body. And without energy, you cannot meditate. If you don't have energy, you cannot meditate, right? So meditation is the advanced part of yoga. Yoga is not limited to only asanas. Yoga is very vast. Yoga is like your body, right? Yoga is a body. If you can imagine yoga as a body, then as yama and niyamas are feet. Yama and niyama. There are 8 limbs of yoga, 8 parts of the body, 8 parts of the yoga, according to Patanjali. Patanjali's philosophy is called Ashtanga Yoga philosophy. So Ashtanga Yoga is a branch of philosophy, yoga philosophy. So first, there are 6 philosophies in India. First is called Nyaya, N-Y-A-Y-A. So first philosophy is called Nyaya. Nyaya is justice. She's an advocate. She's a liar, right? And she learns justice. And if she will pursue, then she can become a judge also. And the judgment or the justice is based on the speculation, the scrutinization, right? The analysis, right? The advocacy. Stands right or justice, the judge gives the verdict, right? So Nyaya is a philosophy where people speculate, people analyze the things. People analyze based on the evidences, not simply hypothesis. No hypothesis, no virtual or abstract ideas, but solid evidences. And based on the evidences, a Nyaya philosopher comes to conclusion that this is what is called truth, what is called God. So this is called Nyaya philosophy. Okay, Nyaya philosophy here. And second philosophy in India is called Vaisheshik. Vaisheshik, Vishesh. Vishesh is a word, Sanskrit word. Vaisheshik means that philosophy believes in a Vishesh, a special force, a special entity which governs the entire existence. And that is called as truth. That is called as the goal of spiritual practices. So Vaisheshik followers, philosophers, they worship that. They meditate on that. Okay. And they, go through different paths. That is called Vaisheshik. There are different philosophies. Here we don't have to go more deeper into all these philosophies. Here we have to study about the yoga philosophy. Okay. So Nyaya, Vaisheshik. And third philosophy is called Mimamsa. Mimamsa is also philosophy. Mimamsa is analysis. This is like Nyaya. Mimamsa is helpful to Nyaya. Mimamsa is helpful to Nyaya. Right? In Mimamsa, you analyze. You analyze. You use your mind, intellect. You say what is right, what is wrong. You analyze. You do Mimamsa. And then you try to reach there. Okay. So this is called Mimamsa. And fourth philosophy is called Sankhya. Sankhya, Sankhya. Sankhya is a philosophy. And Nyaya philosophy and Vaisheshik, Mimamsa, and Sankhya. These are called intellectual philosophies. They use their mind. They're also called Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga. So there are basically two types of yoga. Hatha and Raja. And there is third yoga which comes in between Hatha and Raja. That is called Kriya or Karma Yoga. So there are three masters. You see, there are three masters. Brahma, Vishnu, and Shiva. There are three masters in yoga. So Brahma Yoga is called Raja Yoga. And Shiva Yoga is called Hatha Yoga. And in between these two, there's in the middle is called Kriya Yoga or Karma Yoga. So this one focuses on karma, action. That is why in all his incarnations, he has taken many incarnations. Nobody can see easily to them. But if you meditate, you can see them, you can meet them, you can realize them. And he has taken many incarnations. Rama, there was a god, Rama, who has bow and arrow, on his shoulders. Rama was incarnation of him. Krishna was incarnation of him. Even Buddha is also believed an incarnation of him. Buddha also is believed an incarnation of him. And he has taken many incarnations to preserve the dharma, to re-establish the dharma, to redefine the dharma. Because the definition of dharma, what is today, will lose its meaning after maybe 5,000 years later or 1,000 years later. Okay. So a master comes, God or an enlightened master reincarnates and defines dharma is that. But there is eternal definition of dharma. Dharma is something which is conducive to peace, tranquility, enlightenment. That is called dharma. Anything which will lead you to the restlessness or sufferings is not dharma. Dharma is sweet in the beginning, middle, at the end also. Although it is very challenging. The path of dharma is very challenging. So yoga is also kind of dharma. Yoga is a kind of dharma. And ayoga is adharma. Okay. So Nyaya, Vaisheshik, Mimamsa, Sankhya. Sankhya was discovered by sage Kapil. Okay. So, and he discovered that there are two things always together. One is called Prakriti, another is called Purush. Prakriti means nature. Nature. When you say his nature, her nature is very good nature. And his or her nature is very bad. And his or her nature is okay, okay. Okay, okay means good and also and bad also. Neither good nor bad, or mixed. Okay. So there are three types of nature. Three types of deities, three types of energies, three types of natures, three types of food, three types of everything. So first type is called sattvic, is white. Second type is called tamasic, black. And in middle is called rajasic, mixture. Okay. But Sankhya says there are only two, black and white. There are only two, either good or bad. There is no mixture. If water has to be vaporized, then it has to be vaporized at 100 degree temperature. Okay. It will not vaporize, it will not evaporate at 99 degree also. 100 degrees, yes. And before 100 is no, black and white. So this is called Sankhya. Positive and negative. Positive and negative. And Sankhya Yoga says that both are coexistence. Negativity cannot exist without positivity. Positivity cannot exist without negativity. Light cannot exist without darkness. And darkness cannot be defined without light. To define darkness, you'll have to use the light, right? Where there is no light, there is darkness. You have to use light. To define light, you'll have to use darkness. Light means where there is no darkness, it's called light. To define good, you have to define bad. Means, what is bad? Bad means there is no goodness, that is called badness. What is badness? There is no goodness, right? This is called Prakriti and Purush, negativity, positivity, mind and matter, energy and consciousness, Shakti and Shiva. They are two dualities. And when you have equanimity, when you accept both equally, then you are called non-dualistic. So this is called non-dualistic. What we call non-dualistic, non-dualism is acceptance of both. Non-dualism is not accepting only one or rejecting others. You have to accept both shades of life. This is called Sankhya philosophy. Nyaya, Vaisheshika, Mimamsa, Samkhya. And fifth is called yoga. Yoga is a philosophy. In yoga philosophy, you see the things from yogic perspective. So philosophy means a way, a method to see the things. How you see the world is called philosophy. How you live the life is called philosophy. So there is a philosophy to just enjoy. There is no God, there is no nothing after this life. This is called, atheist. They don't believe in such things. Atheist. Theist, they say no, there is God, there is next life. There is enlightenment, there is nirvana, there is something. There is soul. They're called theist. Believer and non-believer. Okay. So basically there are two philosophers only. There are two philosophies only. One is called theist, the other is called atheist. When you will categorize, then you will find that all the mind-related philosophies are called atheist. So Nyaya is called atheist. Vaisheshika is called theist because you believe. Vaisheshika is based on belief. Nyaya, Vaisheshika. Mimamsa is atheist. Sankhya is also atheist. Sankhya doesn't believe in God. Sankhya believes in this thing. Okay. And yoga is mixture. Theist, atheist. And Vedanta. Vedanta is philosophy. Vedanta is also mixture. So one Vedanta says that there is no God, but you are God. I am Atma Brahma. This soul is God. There is no God who is sitting in the sky and who is ruling everyone. Vedanta says God is in you. You are none other than God. Not only you, but everything is God. This cup is God. This cup can also appear as Almighty. This can also give life. This can also take life. Believe God as that, right? You believe God as Almighty, who can give you life, who can take your life, who can, create miracles. So that is Vedanta philosophy. So there are 6 philosophies. And later on, there were 3 more philosophies came into existence, which were the refined form of the earlier philosophies. And 7th philosophy is called Jain philosophy, Jainism. Jainism was founded by Mahavir. Jainism, Mahavir was the founder of this. And after Jainism, Buddha was incarnated, Buddha was born. He gave another philosophy that is called Buddhist philosophy. That is also philosophy, but that is a refined form of Vedanta. Buddhism is a refined form of Vedanta. And afterwards, there is a called Charvaka philosophy. Charvaka is also philosophy. And that is, so Jainism, Buddhism, and Charvaka, they are called atheist philosophies. They don't believe in God, but they believe in certain things, different things. Okay. So, Nyaya philosophy and Vaisheshika philosophy, Samkhya, Mimamsa, Yoga, and Vedanta. And afterwards, Jainism, Buddhism, and Charvaka. They are the philosophies. Here, you are here to learn yoga philosophy. And yoga, who discovered yoga? Who discovered yoga philosophy? Then comes these 3 masters. They discovered yoga philosophies. So his philosophy is called Raja Yoga philosophy. Raja means mind. He wanted to create the universe. He wanted to create the creation. And therefore, he had to use his mind. Because this is mind which creates. This is mind which creates. If you want to create something new, you have to think, you have to plan, you have to use your intelligence. Hatha Yoga was discovered by Shiva, and Kriya, Karma was discovered by Vishnu. Okay, so these are 3 philosophies.